stop. Hey, yo. Terrifying. Not this time.
Wow, this is freaking out.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Call a plumber to your home lately?
Read about it.
Live from the New Kingdom.
Piece of shit.
It's the Out Big Dumb Mouth Podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mike, Joe, and Cratchit.
Awesome.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Hooray! My name's Midnight Mike, and Cratchit is over there on screen. Yes.
I hate this place.
I do hate this place. I think I'm just going to leave now. I quit the show today.
Yep. I don't even know why we even showed up today. You know?
Maybe I should just quit and shut the show down.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'll quit today.
Boys, a lot of news to get to. I don't know if I'll have a chance to get to everything. Joe did chime in. He sent a very discreet private message in the carrot shop, which is where we go to talk. And he said his computer is being fixed, but it's still broke.
Computer's broke.
And he says
I want to know what he did to this computer.
I don't know. God only knows what he does with that thing in private.
I think it's Joe Rage.
Yeah. So, why do I have to read it? I'll just let AI Joe tell us exactly what's going on. This is the only way we have to really hear his voice. And so I will quickly have Joe. I'm just doing this on the fly, people. And so I'll grab his text that he sent us this morning. I'm sure Cratchit saw that too. He chimed in. I'm sorry. It was last night. Last night he chimed in, just to kind of give us a heads up. And so this is
but because it was so late last night, we didn't see it till this morning.
Yeah, it was in the crack of 8:19 p.m. Cratchit and I would not see that. It's too late. So this is what Joe had to say to us. Come on, Joe, tell us.
Hey, y'all. I had to drop off my machine to get a part replaced. Theoretically, I'm out of my boot a little after next Friday. My hope is I can get things under control by next weekend. Sorry about all the absenteeism.
Okay. No one mentioned anti-Semitism, but
sorry about all the anti-Semitism.
He threw that in there anyways. Oh, absenteeism. Okay. Well, it's all good.
But close enough.
Yeah. So that's the way it is. Computer's broke. Foot's broke. He is on the mend. I know people think that Joe just came back for 1313 to collect his money and dip out again. I saw a few comments like that. Joe's not that type of guy. He's not that type of guy to just pop in for money and leave. He cares about the news. He's very passionate about the news. And like I said, he will come back when he is able to and when he's needed. When he sees the spiky symbol shined up on the clouds like Batman, he will appear. I have yet to see that artwork. So
Joe Batman symbol.
Yeah.
All right, I'll work on it. Jeez.
I have yet to see that symbol. So, but we have a lot of news to get to, people. We will do a little bit of a drawbridge of donations later to thank some people who have supported the show big time. And
do you have the list of Joe contributors?
No, I don't, because I went to go check today and the entire thing is shut down.
Well, no, what happened was I think when we got turned off, it's now gone private instead of showing all this stuff. But yeah.
So I went to go collect all the names of the people today, and for the Joe Fund, and I couldn't get any of the names because it's not public for me. So if Boogie or
Boogie's he's also reached out to a couple people because they donated under funny names or something. We want people's real names if we can to credit them that way if they want.
Yeah.
But it's their call. So he does have a list. So Boogie, send that list to Mike so we can
I'd love to
drawbridge of donations for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to collect those. I just couldn't. So if you can give me a list, I would love to thank those people personally on air today. If not, we can do it next week. If you can't give it to me right now, it's fine. But we have a terrific show. I've been...
Oops, I have the wrong graphic up.
What'd you have? Oh, OBDM Saturday. There we go. Saturday Fun Day. Absolutely, people. Even though that's Joe's favorite saying, and he's not here to say it, we will try to all say it in his honor. Saturday Fun Day. Is it over here? Where's my Saturday Fun Day, Cratchit? Usually have it on New. Was it on New 3? Or is it on New 4?
Saturday Fun Day.
Here we go. New 2.
It's on sort me 2, sort me also, stuff 2.
Yeah, it's on
stuff 3, new folder, untitled folder 2.
It's on New 2. Keep that in mind, people. New 2, right next to Big Gay Baby.
I am Big Gay Baby.
Why is that right next to Saturday Fun Day?
Because this is part of the new soundboard right there, which is that is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Cogent.
He's cogent.
Yeah, totally unrelated, but
yes, these are all very well organized.
Dr. Gay.
What happened to Dr. Gay?
Dr. Gay from Harvard?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to take a look and see if Dr. Gay is still there.
President Gay.
Didn't she step down?
After that anti-Semitism controversy is possible. Maybe she was forced out. Dr. Gay.
Dr. Gay.
Let's see. It says she stepped down in January of 2024. Was it really that long ago?
Wow.
I now recognize Dr. Gay for 5 minutes.
What's she done since then?
I want to just give Dr. Gay 30 seconds to respond to anything given the line of questioning.
Yeah, I have a lot of Dr. Gay clips.
It says she's still listed on the faculty for Harvard. So she's still Dr. Gay, and I guess you could go take an exam or a course from Dr. Gay.
Sure. Put that in your resume. Well, there's I think
put that on my tombstone.
Put that on my tombstone, people. Where?
Put that on my tombstone.
That's under New 4.
I think I'll do current events, and then I'll do some more paranormal stuff. I have a lot of near-death experience topics, articles to get to, life extension technology. But we got to do some current events because there's been a lot of happenings, a lot of political happenings that we should get to right now. Come on, Cratchit, let's do it.
Do it.
Okay, the first one I have here when it comes to current events is, you remember when William Barr was Attorney General of the United States underneath Donald Trump?
Oh, Billy Barr?
Old Billy Barr. That's the one, Cratchit.
Billy Barr, whose dad that Jeffrey Epstein worked for?
That's correct. Old Billy Boy.
Oh, Billy Boy.
This is a different Billy Boy, but, well, Bill Barr, just coincidentally, was AG, Attorney General, when Jeffrey Epstein died. Just coincidentally. No link at all. But there's a new Project Veritas report. And this is the Project Veritas that James O'Keefe was a part of, then left to start his own group. But I guess Project Veritas has been working in the background for additional stories, undercover content. So take this with a grain of salt, but the information does seem to kind of make sense. Was Bill Barr working in the interest of the administration or his deep state masters? We will find out real quickly here with this brand new report. It's up on screen right here, and it's titled Breaking Part 2. Bill Barr held secret meetings to plot prosecutions of Trump and block his political comeback. Quote, Bill Barr was like, we should bring RICO because it's a very difficult type of charge to defend against. And I guess I got documents. So during these meetings that Bill Barr was having, he was meeting with various prosecutors that Trump would later suffer legal ramifications in those counties. Bill Barr was meeting with these people, and this woman who we'll be talking here was taking pretty extensive notes, meeting notes. And I think she has come out and said, hey, this is kind of messed up. And so I'll play a little bit of this audio. And this just came out, I think, a day and a half ago. So here we go. This is her talking.
By the way, this sounds like a soft coup against the sitting president.
It certainly does. And I don't know if this is legal. I don't know if you can do this, but maybe you can. I don't know.
Why I am being prosecuted and no one else. It's very easy it's being charged or prosecuted. It's very easy. I called the FBI to report Bill Barr and Armstrong Williams. I have notes of every single meeting. One meeting can be about visa for someone, or another meeting can be about January 6th or RICO case. I have a quote here that was like, Barr believes the FBI will go to Trump House soon. And one thing that I heard a lot is like how they go to prevent America to have Trump again. One thing that I learned very fast and very in the beginning is like Bill Barr is someone extremely important. And I remember the biggest conversation they had at that point, it is like, what kind of charge that we can bring against Trump? And that's when Bill Barr, and I will never forget that, Bill Barr was like, we should bring RICO because it's a very difficult type of charge to defend.
So very salacious allegations against Bill William Barr. He was, it apparently, kind of makes sense. So he was there right at the end of Trump's presidency, right after the election, when Trump was screaming about election fraud, election integrity. Bill Barr, who had the power to investigate, was kind of going, let's hold off. Let's not do anything. Let's not look into anything. And kind of stonewalled for weeks at that point, maybe even a month, to where it was no longer, a lot of that stuff's time sensitive. So he really kind of stalled. And then I guess maybe he was taking notes during that time to then feed over to prosecutors in Democratic districts to help their cases, and also continue to consult some of these prosecutors behind the scenes about how to charge Trump. I don't know if that's legal or not. I have no idea. It certainly doesn't seem good. There's maybe a conspiracy charge in there, possibly. But there's a lot of other documents in there that we're just scratching the surface in. It is definitely all weird. And the more I listen to Mike Benz, have you listened to this guy, Cratchit, Mike Benz? He's all over YouTube.
The name rings a bell. Which one's Mike Benz?
So Mike Benz was on Joe Rogan. He was a former State Department operative, and he went on Joe Rogan to talk about the blob, which is like the giant bureaucracy of the State Department, of the State Department, how it operates overseas, how money is funneled from USAID to NGOs, how that money is also funneled to colleges, and that's where he kind of blew up. Was on Joe Rogan, kind of dissecting
I definitely remember that
machine.
one. I remember Rogan. I remember his discussion with Rubio. I just I didn't put a face and name to that.
And so, the more you listen to Mike Benz and how he really dissects how the money funnels from the government to colleges to NGOs, it's so intertangled. And Bill Barr is also wrapped up into this too. And we were talking about Dr. Gay from Harvard, and Harvard is kind of at the center of a lot of this stuff. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Cratchit, you look this up. Jeffrey Epstein was given an office at Harvard. I believe he was.
An office in like a research facility there was tied to it, but I don't.
Yes.
I'll dig into that a bit.
And I think this is my opinion. Bill Barr killed Epstein because for some reason Epstein is the linchpin to like this entire thing. It's not like he was like so important, but he had a lot of information and he touched a lot of different people. No pun intended. And they had to wipe this up. They had to clean it up. And Bill Barr, at least according to this Project Veritas operation, he worked really hard to make sure Donald Trump would not get elected again in 2024 if all these allegations prove to be true. And Bill Barr also connected to the first Bush administration cleaning up a lot of the messes that were created during the Reagan administration from Iran-Contra. I believe also during that time period in the 90s, at least according to Mike Benz, Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House, the Clinton White House, 17 times in the 90s. And that was in reference to releasing technology to the Chinese, like its own form, like the Clinton version of Iran-Contra. Bill Barr may have been wrapped up into that too. So this is just a house of cards that could be crumbling down if they pull the right ones. And everyone's focusing on the blackmail aspect of Jeffrey Epstein, but when it comes to what Mike Benz says, it's got everything to do with money management and networking. Yeah, there might be like that sexual blackmail aspect to it, but that's just a side part. The money management and technology transfer and is a huge portion of this, and the media is not focusing on that. They're not focusing on why did Epstein have an office at Harvard? Why did he visit the White House back in the 90s? They're just focusing on the stuff recently. Kind of like with the UFO stuff. They're not talking about historical UFO stuff. They're just talking about the most recent activity. So this is a tangled web. I don't know how they explain this stuff away, but they probably just won't even address it. So, you got anything about this Bill Barr guy? You want to talk about him anymore? Because
I know who he is. I'm digging into the office thing. There's lots of reports that Epstein had an office, but I can't find any confirmation of that. Just he had an office. He had an office. He had an office. Just once he was granted access to the because it was that genetic evolution research space or whatever it was. Said he was granted access to the program's office and even given his own office space. And again, everyone keeps saying the same thing, but I'm trying to find, did he actually have an actual, this is your assigned office, or was he just welcome there because he visited dozens of times to go in and sit down and do work and doing whatever he's doing? So,
but given office space at Harvard, like, hey, come in and use this room, that's still a big deal. I wouldn't imagine they would do that just for anybody. You got to give he was there so often that the president of Harvard at the time, before Gay, had to release a statement like to the Harvard community about Epstein's connection to Harvard.
Dr. Gay.
Harvard Epstein gave them millions of dollars for odds and ends, whether it's his money or not, but it was like $10 million or something like that. And like they after they had spent almost all of it, they're like, yeah, well, the last $50,000 we're going to give to like his victims groups or something.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
After they spent,
after they spent the majority of it, 95% of it, yeah. So, yeah, just a tangled web, and more of the stuff keeps dripping out. But we have yet to see any movement, any of the subpoenas that have been issued to Bill Barr, Hillary Clinton, Clapper, Brennan. I would imagine all that talk is going to happen behind the scenes. The Republicans and Democrats, they have to protect themselves and their reputations. Any of this stuff, I would say, related to Epstein visiting the White House in the 90s, anything to do with Chinese technology transfers, even up past into the Bush White House, Bush 2, they're not going to talk about that stuff. That's got to go away. I mean, Bill Barr killed this guy, Epstein, for a reason. They wanted stuff to go away. So... Or maybe Bill Barr broke him out of jail with David Copperfield. Who knows?
Well, and that's the other story is we saw that corpse going out and all that, and it's like, was that really him? And there's lots of questions.
Oh, many questions. Someone in the chat said they just gave Epstein a single copy of the DVD Office Space, the movie. So that makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense to just give him a DVD. Okay,
cheaper that way.
Yeah. It's easy to pay somebody off with comedy. Let's see here. Just some current event stuff. So this is from the Daily Mail. Ominous warning for humanity as blue whales go mysteriously silent. Sounds like Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, where not blue whales. In that movie, it was the humpback whales. In this news piece here, it is blue whales, the big boys. These are the big guys. Let's bring this up real quick. Yeah, ominous warnings for humanity as blue whales mysteriously go silent. Here we go.
It has been quite a day.
Yes, it has been. Many blue whales have mysteriously gone silent in the ocean, raising alarm bells among the scientific community. Acoustic recordings were captured off the coast of Monterey Bay, California, to understand the impact of human activity on marine life. Researchers at Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute found that blue whale songs have dropped by almost 40% over the past 6 years.
Bunch of lazy-ass blue whales.
Maybe they're just tired of singing, too. But this
They're
does
getting
sound...
replaced by AI.
Quote, it caused the most widespread poisoning. Oh, so during this time, the team identified a major heat wave had engulfed the region, allowing toxic algae to bloom and kill off mammals' food supply. So that's not good. This algae, I've been seeing it here in Ohio too in certain lakes. It's not good.
Right, the blue whales in those lakes have died?
No, well, not in our lakes. Our blue whales are fine here in Ohio. I guess off the West Coast, that's what you got to worry about. But yeah, it's quote. It's caused widespread poisoning of marine mammals. Okay, it's not good. Let's see here. The marine heat wave known as the Blob began in 2013 and covered thousands of miles with unusually warm water by 2016, a year after the study began. So, okay, well, that's bad. I don't want these whales to die. They're big boys. They do some good stuff out there. Good work.
They eat a lot of krill.
Yeah.
Is that what they eat, krill?
Plankton, right?
I don't know. Look it up.
I do not fully understand.
Blue whale diet consists almost exclusively of krill. Yes, there you go.
All right. Well, that's some good news. All right.
That's good news.
I think it's the krill feed on the plankton. I don't know.
Yeah.
What am I?
Well, I think that this algae bloom impacts the krill, impacts the plankton. There's less food for the whales to feed on. So,
and we're all going to be in trouble when the alien probe shows up to talk to the whales, and they're not here.
Yeah, and that's the short answer right there.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, where I think they had to use a Klingon ship to catapult themselves around the sun to go faster than light, so they could travel back in time to 1984 or 86.
86, I think.
And then they had to
double dumbass on you.
And they had to find a couple of humpback whales and take them back to the future. Yeah. So that's the basics of what we got to do now. So let's put our heads together and get this done.
Computer?
All right. That was just some friendly news there for everyone. Let's see here. There's a proposed spacecraft that could carry up to 2,400 people on a one-way trip to Alpha Centauri, if anybody wants to sign up for it.
Wait, how many people?
2,400.
That's a lot of people.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll talk about this. This comes from Live
How
Science.
big is this ship? Or are they just stuffing you in there as embryos?
Oh, it's big, dude. It's going to have to be pretty big in order to get people there.
It's just massive.
Oh, man. It said the page I'm looking for is no longer there. Bull S.
Been hacked.
I've been hacked. Let me see if it's... There we go. Yes, proposed spacecraft could carry up to 2,400 people on a one-way trip to the nearest star system, Alpha Centauri. The design is for a 36-mile-long spacecraft. It includes libraries, tropical forests, and structural manufacturing facilities, all supported by artificial gravity. So this is what they're proposing. They can propose it, but can we even build this thing? I don't even think we can.
We don't know what's happening.
Engineers have designed a spacecraft that could take up to 2,400 people on a one-way trip. The craft could make the 25 trillion-mile journey in around 400 years, the engineers say in their project.
Oh, yeah, we'll get right on that. This is a fantastic business model.
It's bullshit.
I'm going to sell you this idea. I'm going to build you this thing. You pay me. It'll get there in 400 years.
It won't even make it 2 years, probably, with micrometeoroids. And we're not even allowed to leave the solar system, according to the reptilians.
It's just off to the side of the road,
Yeah.
over by Jupiter.
They're just going to commandeer the thing and
flat tire.
park the thing out by Neptune. No one will be the wiser.
What they need to do is get this thing out there with a giant butterfly net, and when that the thing that's coming through the solar system comes through, you wrangle that sucker and you get dragged off.
Well, the Chrysalis is designed, that's the name of the ship, is designed to house several generations of people until it enters the star system, where it can shuttle them to the surface of the planet Project Centauri B, an Earth-sized exoplanet that is thought to be potentially habitable. We don't really know yet. The project
That would suck to get there and find that out that they were wrong.
Yeah, you show up there and it's not even worth it.
This is bullshit.
This place sucks.
Yeah, this all sucks.
This stuff sucks.
The project won first place in the Project Hyperion Design Competition, a challenge that requires teams to design hypothetical multi-generational ships for interstellar travel. Okay. So what would life be like on this ship? Well, I'm kind of curious. Before boarding the ship, the Chrysalis project would require initial generations of ship inhabitants to live in and adapt to an isolated environment in Antarctica for 70 to 80 years to ensure psychological well-being. The ship could then theoretically be constructed in 20 to 25 years and retains gravity through constant rotation, constantly rotating around, undulating, moving.
Wait, so 70 to 80 years in the
Arctic region.
In Antarctica, and then 25 more years to build the thing. So we're at 100 years already.
Yeah, it's like, so you have to basically imprison yourself into the Antarctic wasteland for like you, your kids, and basically you, your kids, and your grandkids have to live down there. And you're basically signing up your family to be on the ship. The vessel, which would measure 36 miles in length, would be constructed like a Russia nesting doll with several layers encompassing each other around the central core. The layers include communal spaces, farms, gardens, homes, warehouses, and other shared facilities, each powered by nuclear fusion reactors. The core in the center of the vehicle hosts the shuttles that could bring people to Proxima Centauri B, as well as all of Chrysalis's communications equipment. Okay. Well, it's a great design. Why we got to do
this? It's
this?
a fantastic business model because all this stuff happens so far in the future.
It doesn't even matter.
It can't come back after you.
Doesn't matter.
You give me $27 billion today, and I will get you this spaceship in 100 years.
Look, I need money.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cash this check at that liquor store down the street right away.
Aren't these scientists and engineers going to feel real stupid when they find out we have alien reproduction vehicles since the 50s? They're going to feel real dumb.
I'm trying to think. Wasn't there a science fiction story? Heinlein maybe, somebody where they had a generation ship like this, but then in the intervening whatever 200 years it took to get places, they had developed faster than light travel.
Oh,
and so then everyone felt like chumps. I can't remember which story that was.
Sounds fascinating. I'd like to watch that movie if I could see it.
I don't know if it was a movie. I think it was a book. Who did Forever War?
Well, the last sentence here on this one,
Haldeman. Yeah,
it says the Project Hyperion jury wrote on its website that the Chrysalis was impressive for its system-level coherence and innovative design of the modular inhabitant structure and overall depth and detail. The winning team of 5 researchers was awarded $5,000.
Give me money, I kill you.
That's it to build the ship. Here's $5,000 to starter, like a seed fund.
That's what they got one. That's what they got for the competition. So they each got $1,000 after taxes. $500.
After taxes, $680.
Yeah,
take it all to Vegas, put it on black. Rendezvous with Rama was kind of like this, but that was an alien ship that came in, and they traveled on it to another star. So I don't know. There's a lot of stories of generation ships like this.
Yeah, fun science fiction. They had something like that in Interstellar. They had a big generational ship that left Earth. And
actually, if I recall, they built that on Earth and then used gravity manipulation to move it into space, right?
Something like that. Well, Matthew McConaughey was going around the solar system or galaxy through wormholes or something.
Fighting his way around the world.
Never getting old, remaining young and handsome the entire time. Well,
we have somebody in the chat, Mag1077 says, if you're going to do this, why don't you just build a Death Star?
Let's do that. Blow up the Earth. Just get it over.
Or blow up those aliens who won't let you out of the solar system.
That's the key. We got to figure out a way to get those guys.
Let's do it.
But we'll move on here. Why leave the solar system when you can just die? So here we go. Yes, quite a few articles on near-death experiences, talking to the dead, the afterlife, and immortality. So here's the first one. Here's the first article here. Woman who can speak to the dead says never have a mirror facing your bed.
Oh, really?
So just keep that in mind, people. These are just helpful tips.
Why not?
People have been warned about placing a certain piece of furniture in front of their beds. According to one woman, ignoring this could lead to something unwanted making its way into your home and settling in to stay. Lee, who claims to be a psychic medium and demonologist, told her TikTok followers about the rise of having a mirror, or the risks of having a mirror face you where you sleep in the bedroom. Psychic mediums say they can get messages from spirits who have passed away and can serve as a link between the deceased and their living relatives. Lee's warnings apply to any type of mirror, including ones hung on the wall, freestanding in the corner, or built onto doors on the back of wardrobes. Well, this is like, so don't ever have a mirror anywhere in your bedroom at all, period. So I know people have said, like, hey, if you're doing like a heavy dose of mushrooms or LSD or DMT, don't ever look in the mirror. This is one of those things. Like, don't ever look in the mirror.
So go back to that where they describe where to not have mirrors.
Okay. Don't have a mirror hung on the wall, freestanding in a corner, or built onto doors of your wardrobe. She said,
all right.
Yes.
Well, I'm asking this. So Lifeline brought it up, and I think this raises a good point. They explicitly did not say that mirrors on the ceiling are not okay. So I can leave all those up now.
You can, I guess. I didn't even think about that. But maybe that's implied here. She said, I don't think I can actually stress this enough to people. Do not have a mirror facing your bed. The psychic claimed that mirrors are the main reasons why portals between our realm and the spirit world exist. She said, you will have unwanted spirits. You will have all these types of spirits in your home, and you don't want to be the one that has to come out and say something clear, come out to, and this has parentheses, so I can say, clear something low vibrational, typically an entity that isn't particularly nice. So the entities coming through these portals, she's basically saying, not the best ones.
So they're perverts, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're looky-loos. Yeah, they're peeping toms.
Hey, what's going on over here?
Yeah, basically.
Come right through this mirror into your bell. Oh, God.
It's an open window for them. And so, yeah,
back out.
Little pervy, they're looking through that window.
Can they get back out through the same portal, or is there only one way?
I think you can get back out, but, it's pretty fun here.
They go hang around.
Lee suggests that something could be amiss if you recently invested in nice new bedroom mirrors and it has triggered symptoms of restless sleep and insomnia. She added, it's because the energy that comes out of the mirror, she says.
Oh.
There's a TikTok of her talking about this, but maybe
all right, yeah, do it. I
you want to hear
more
this?
Information on this?
You want to hear?
Yes.
Hear about her? Just
I need to know if I need to get the ladders out and take down all the mirrors off the ceiling.
Okay, that's fair.
'Cause there's a lot of them up there.
Is your ceiling just covered in mirrors?
Several large mirrors on the bedroom ceiling, of course.
Okay.
In all the bedrooms, even in the guest bedroom, it's got one in there.
Here she is. Here she is talking about this.
To people, do not have a mirror facing your bed. Now, there are multiple different reasons as to why you should not have a mirror in front of your bed. I am a psychic medium, if you haven't seen me before, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Okay, reason number one. Mirrors are one of the main reasons why we have portals open in our home. Oh. It is one of the most common that I hear for the reason to go out to people's homes and cleanse their houses. You will have unwanted spirits. You will have all types of spirits in your home. And you don't want to be the one that I have to come out to come and clear something low vibrational. Typically an entity that isn't particularly nice. If you're one of these where you have a mirror facing your bed, and since you've done that, you've had restless sleep. Insomnia, really bad. It's because of the energy that comes out of the mirror. Especially if there's arguments within your home.
What if I cover
mirrors literally suck in energy. And having a mirror face a window is also another way of inviting unwanted spirits.
Interesting. Okay.
Another thing, don't ever buy a second-hand mirror. Oh my goodness. Don't ever buy a second-hand mirror.
Okay.
Again, mirrors withhold energy. So whatever happened within that person's home, we don't know if it's negative. We don't know what's going on there. That's coming into your home. The amount of calls I actually get through people saying, Leah, you need to come out to my home. My home has got a spirit in it, whether that be a low vibrational spirit, unwanted spirits, an entity. And I go out and I'm like, it's the mirror. If you've watched my recent videos about the 15-year-old, it was the mirror that caused this attachment. That I can't. But what I suggest you do is you cover the mirror. You can keep it there. Cover the mirror with a cloth, blanket, whatever you want.
Okay.
Make sure you're doing protection prayers over that mirror. You're setting boundaries. And you are also saging it. Please, I beg you, sage it. Many people have a mirror in front of their bed for years and not have anything happen. But that's not to say it won't happen to you. And when I tell you the rise of calls I get, I'm doing this to protect you. Because the moment I knew with that 15-year-old in my previous video that there was an attachment, the first...
I'm going to stop right there.
She kind of buried the lead on that one about not using used mirrors by other people.
Yeah, that's
more concerning than mirror in your bedroom.
Yeah, I would say so. So as just a personal story here, for some reason, I would say, over the past 2 years, I would say here at my house, there has been an uptick in what we would consider poltergeist-like activity. Don't know why. It's not like this house is haunted. We know the people who built it. They are still alive. There is... we were never told that there was a death in the house. But there has been, I would say, an uptick within even this past year where... there was one night where I was out at a show. This is just like within the past month and a half. I was out seeing one of my friend's bands, and my wife was laying in bed, and she felt something jump up on the bed and walk across it. Now, that's not uncommon for us to feel. Like, there are times where we're both laying in bed, and at least I have felt, it feels like a cat or a dog jumps up on the bed or someone sits down on the bed. I have experienced this multiple times within the past 2 years. And it's not like an ominous or threatening feeling, but it is disconcerting when you feel that. Like initially when I first started feeling it, I thought, Mr. Mustache got out. He hopped up on the bed. He likes to come hang out with us sometimes. But when I'd get up to take a look, there's nothing on the bed. Mr. Mustache is not here. He's locked away upstairs. A few weeks ago, I was down here doing the show, and my wife was upstairs just watching TV. It's right around 9 p.m., and she heard what sounded like someone walking upstairs, like walking back and forth. And it wasn't Mustache. It wasn't our dog, because the dog was in the room with her. And so we've had a number of these weird things happen around the house, like poltergeist activity. I don't know if it's related to the mirror or not, because we don't have a new mirror in the house, Cratchit. We have like the mirrors in the bathroom and maybe one upstairs in the guest bedroom. But beyond that, not a lot of mirrors around here. So I don't know what is to account for this recent uptick in activity, but it's happening.
So like mirrors in the bathroom, like the Beat song?
Is that a song? Mirrors in the bathroom?
You know that one?
No, I don't know it. No, I have no
like
idea.
Early 80s?
But I'd like to know if anybody else has experienced an uptick in poltergeist-like activity in their life, especially within the past year or two. I don't know what to think about it. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel menacing. It doesn't feel like it's like there's a feeling of dread associated with it.
What if we go smash all the mirrors? Would that be better or worse?
I'm going to try some solutions like that.
Let's do it.
Mine as well. You know, my wife might be pissed, but why not? Smash
every bad luck for every mirror, or
I don't know. I think once you accumulate so much bad luck, it flips around to good luck at a certain point.
And would the looky-loose spirits who use those mirrors as portals?
They'd be upset.
Now be really upset that you're breaking their shit.
Oh, of course. It's like breaking someone's door, like a prank. All right, it's enough. But that's not the only story I have on spirits and weird stuff. I'm going to break open this story on a near-death experience. And we'll talk about NDEs for a little bit here. So this is a pretty interesting story. The woman has near-death experience and reveals the horrors of almost falling into hell.
Oh, really?
Yes. Her name is Yoga. Yoga, 51-year-old.
That's her name?
Yeah, Yoga is her first name.
Oh. That's her actual
Yoga, a 51-year-old from Florida, was involved in a car crash. And so that's when she had her experience. So a woman claims she experienced hell after her car veered off the road, describing it as a place filled with souls screaming for help. Yoga, as she's known, so maybe not her birth name, is probably her online name, her pen name, if you will.
Her real name's Mom. Is she here? Where's Mom?
Well, she remembers being in a chilling, dark room before finding herself in a terrifying abyss. She recalls the presence of a shadowy figure, an infinite ceiling, and a potent smell of smoke. The 51-year-old holistic energy healer was then Well, she's involved. She's into this kind of stuff, Cratchit. She is very.
I'm just wondering how you get a job in that field.
Well, you got to apply. You're not gonna get anything if you don't try for it.
Can she come fix all the mirrors on my ceiling? Because that'd be much easier.
I don't even know if she's talking about mirrors in this one. Her car ran off the side of the road.
Yeah, but she's going to be in the same business as the British lady.
And she does have a rear view mirror, probably. So.
You know? Yeah, no, we're raising questions. If I buy a used car, it's got a used mirror. Should I not be using that rear view mirror?
Yeah, don't even use any mirrors in the car. No side mirrors, no rear view mirrors. Just,
problem solved. I don't turn my head.
You're just driving blind.
Just drive. Don't care.
Well, the 51-year-old holistic energy healer was confronted by the Archangel Raphael, a significant healing entity in various religions. Suddenly, she found herself in heaven's waiting room. It comes after a man, so this comes after a man claimed that, this is links to another story that claimed that he died 7 minutes in hospital. But we're going back to this story of Yoga. Quote, "I wasn't scared, but I didn't know what I was doing in the hell realm," Yoga said. There was a spitting pyre of flames with souls hanging off of it, screaming, reaching out for help. The shadow figure around me wondered who I was. The whole room's dimensions were odd. The walls were shadows, and they felt cold, yet hot, dry, yet wet. I wasn't even thinking about my body back on Earth. When Archangel Raphael appeared, he was wearing dark sunglasses, a long, dark trench coat, and a black hat. Almost kind of like a Men in Black scenario, if you think about it. Quote, suddenly, I was beamed into a waiting room for heaven in a split second. I felt very normal and quite comfortable. When I reached the other side, I was relieved. It was like going home. Well, this mirrors what Jeremy Renner said with his near-death experience. Jeremy Renner was pretty relieved to have died, and he said coming back to this Earth realm was quite cumbersome. He did not look forward to coming back, but he did. Hawkeye came back. But back to Yoga's story here. Before entering heaven, she journeyed through a long white tunnel alongside other souls that were coming and going. Archangel Raphael then made the decision on if you got to dance with, you have to dance. If you got to dance, you either got to dance with God or the devil. Archangel Raphael said
in the pale moonlight.
Yeah, that's a Jack Nicholson phrase, but she said Archangel Raphael, he was sitting at a desk going through and stamping papers with information on souls. There was a bright and a light energy around it. The total opposite of what I thought hell was like. No one used words, but we still communicated. A familiar feeling came over me as some of the souls went to the end of the tunnel, and I knew I wasn't supposed to go there. I still had my physical body, whereas other souls were just orbs of light passing through. Yoga, as it turns out, nearly lost her life after deciding to make a solo trip from Vegas to Los Angeles, having originally planned to meet a friend there for a night of partying. So she remembers feeling euphoric and losing track of both her location and her speed. Whilst driving along the desert...
Does it say whilst?
Yeah, it says whilst.
Ugh.
This is from the Mirror UK, okay?
Don't read used mirrors.
Yeah, you're right. Whilst driving along a deserted desert road with no other vehicles in sight, her focus suddenly returned and a wave of terror overwhelmed her. She found it difficult to breathe, and before she realized what was happening, her vehicle careened off the carriageway or the highway. Yoga said, I started gasping for air. I never felt anything like this before in my life. I was dying. I saw my legs crushed under the steering wheel. But when her moment came to face Archangel Raphael, he stamped her papers and reversed the collision. Yoga said, I got the okay from God. He got the okay from God to save my life. And I went back to my physical body. My car was miraculously on the road with no scratches or bumps. It was like a scene from a movie. I was filled with purpose, and the information I had received rearranged my entire body. A piece of my brain had been activated, and the process was complete. Yoga, terrified, turned the car around and headed back home. She said, I feel as if a higher power got me back safely that day. I hadn't realized the breadth and depth of what had happened to me. I felt between worlds, like a part of me was still in heaven, in heaven's waiting room. So this is, I would say, not atypical of near-death experiences. She met Raphael. At least that's what her, I guess, archetypes gave her at that point in time to kind of understand what was going on in the in-between realms. Recently, there was an interview that my wife and I watched on YouTube. You know that actress Blossom? I think her name is Miriam. Well,
from the TV show
Blossom?
Blossom?
The TV show Blossom. She's got a podcast. It's fairly popular. Okay. And, she's a smart woman. I think she has various high degrees in like psychology, very scientific. Same with her husband, both very smart people. And it seems as though like the past year they have been branching out a little bit more, exploring weirder topics like MK Ultra, near-death experiences, life after death, the nature of consciousness. They're branching out a little bit. and good for them for doing so. And recently they had this woman on who was an ex-drug addict, ex-prostitute. She lived a life of debauchery. Like she was a hardcore drug user. She used everything. And she had a near-death experience after doing, I guess, a good amount of heroin. And she had this near-death experience that she didn't really know what a near-death experience was. She never read up on spirituality, religion. She never knew about the tunnel of light, any of that stuff. She was just focused most of her life on getting drugs and then using them as quickly as possible. That was her focus for a good majority of her life. And then she had this near-death experience, which seemed pretty crazy. So she did a bunch of heroin. She passed out, and she saw the tunnel of light. She saw her dead father. She said that she was basically taken to this heavenly waiting room. The only way that she could describe it was she saw a bunch of other bodiless souls there. And what she described was kind of like a carnival ride, like the Gravitron. So she was like kind of like this in this circular waiting room with other souls. And in the center was this pillar of light. And she described that she was interacting with this other entity, and they gave her a choice. Basically, they said, you got to go back to your body so you can continue to learn the lessons you need to learn, or you can be given a new body, and there's a baby down there that you can, basically, your soul can inhabit. And she said, well, I don't want to do all this over again. I'll just go back and take my broken body. And it was a really, I guess, enriching experience for her on the other side. And so she woke back up in her body, but she woke back up after 8 hours, and she had this epiphany, like, oh my God, I had this amazing near-death experience. Although she didn't know what to call it at the time. She didn't really know. She just thought she had this really tripped out drug trip. And so she got back up and continued to try to get drugs. She didn't take it up as a wake-up call or a sign from God. She continued to try to go get heroin and anything else that she could get her hands on. But every time she attempted to get high and get heroin, there was always something in her way that prevented her from getting high again. And so after about 3 days, she started to go through heavy withdrawals, like crippling opiate withdrawals, to where it left her crippled on the bed. And apparently, like, heroin withdrawals are bad news, buddy. You don't want to deal with this. And she was crying out for help after her near-death experience, and she was looking for any type of relief possible. So she cried out, and I'll play a little bit of a clip from this podcast where she was crying out for help.
Because it's like right at this hump, and I was welcoming death. And I remember saying out loud, I can't even kill myself because I can't even get out of bed to figure out a way to do it. I can't even go grab a knife. I don't have any strength. I can't even go to the store and get like 100 Tylenol because I can't move. And right then I heard this voice, and it told me that I could request what I wanted fixed. And so I was in the throes of desperation. So I was like, okay, strange voice. And I was very over intellectual about it because I had been to rehab enough times to know I want my pain receptors and my neurotransmitters fixed. I want to no longer be physically dependent on heroin. I didn't say that I wanted to be rid of my drug addiction because I still definitely wanted to smoke meth and eat LSD. I just didn't want to be physically tethered to this one substance. They told me to lay back, count
What did the voice sound like?
Just like a very like stoic, manly kind of, but like comforting.
Like my voice, Betty?
Not quite. It was like, it was like very stoic.
Was it Morgan Freeman?
Oh my God, that would be so good. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I've never thought of a comparable
It was male.
Voice. It was male.
Calm.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was very steady and safe. And I laid back and I counted backwards from 10. And as I did, these two little men appeared in my mind's eye. And they were wearing these white lab coats, and they had these bulbous noses, and they had these two little lawnmowers that manifested in front of them. And I watched them take off in separate directions inside my mind, and they started plowing out the crevices of my brain. And as they did, I felt these intense hot tingles start to take over the whole crown of my head. And then as they finished, there was this bright white flash, and in that moment, I was instantaneously healed out of day 3 of heroin withdrawal. Moments before, I was sick all over myself, welcoming death, and then here I was completely well and healed and fine. And I was crying out. I threw myself on the ground. I'm crying out, how could this be happening to me? I don't believe in this.
You could tell you were healed.
Absolutely. It was instantaneous. I was just in agonizing pain, and then all of a sudden I was completely fine. And I threw myself on the ground, and I was crying out like, I'm not worthy of this. Like, you could not have picked a more unworthy person to bestow this kind of grace on. And for the contrast, I was a militant atheist, an orphan to suicide, a liar, manipulator, thief, prostitute, drug addict, terrible human being. And I was completely covered in grace and healing.
So I'll leave it right there. The full interview is interesting, but she goes through this manic period where she thinks that she is Christ incarnate because this happened to her. And she goes out to try to spread the good word. And her story's interesting, but she does seem as though she's one of these people that just gets a bunch of new information and wants to tell everyone about it. Cratchit, you may have encountered people like this where they just learned about UFOs or the Kennedy assassination, and they dive deep into conspiracies, and they want to tell everyone about it. And that's what she kind of seems like. She's got all this new information, and she's trying to spread the word about this, but may not have the full picture. But she said she did come back with some unique abilities. She claims to be able to still talk to the other side. She claims that she's was able to see people's auras and to detect when people are lying. And so she came back with some fairly unique abilities from the other side. And so, yeah, that's titled The Powerful Near-Death Experience, How God Taught Her to Be Happy and Healthy. You guys can look that up. Well, she's not the only one that's really experienced unique abilities coming back from the other side. There's been plenty of documented occurrences of people having weird abilities. So one of them, there's a guy, Daniel Brinkley, struck by lightning, declared dead. He recounted an out-of-body experience, claimed to have developed psychic abilities, spiritual abilities, when he came back from the other side. There was another person also struck by lightning, Tony, in 1994, and he developed the unique ability to compose piano music and just had almost like this unique ability after almost dying, coming back as like a musical savant. So people will die, go to the other side, pick up information, and bring at least a good chunk of that back with them. As for the woman we just heard, she claimed to have been given like a giant download of information, but what she brought back was equivalent of like a 2 gigabyte thumb drive. So she got some, not everything. As for the reason while we're here, she didn't really get into it other than we pick the lives that we want to live while we're here. Like, we pick out all the difficulties that we experience, according to her. And it is up to us to face those difficulties in order to help heal our soul or to learn certain lessons. And she didn't get into the part where we talked to some people where they don't want to go through the soul recycle thing over and over again. They just want to go beyond that. She didn't get to that part where she didn't get into the part where negotiating with the people in that realm and saying, you know what, I don't want to come back anymore. I just want to move on. It's almost as though she was never given an option to move on. It's like you can't move on until you learn these lessons. So she's trying to practice this, which is basically letting go of all attachments, according to her. You got to let go of all attachments, all emotional attachments, all material attachments, and that's tough to do. So I don't know. Not a lot of people can do that. Doesn't seem like a fun game to play, but that's what she equates it to. All right, Cratchit, do you have any near-death experiences you want to tell anybody about?
No, I'm still working on getting the mirrors off my ceiling. In the bedroom.
Well, you can call a handyman. A Reno guy would do that for you. Okay.
Jeremy Reno will do it?
Not a Reno guy. But we'll move on. We'll talk about some other stories over here. Well, remember a couple weeks ago we talked about the Annabelle's doll, and it was on tour. And
oh yeah, the guy who had kidnapped it he ended up dead or something.
Yeah, I think he had a heart attack. And I said, hey, don't mess around with these things, okay? These are portals too, just like mirrors are portals. Well, these haunted dolls, they can be portals too. And just leave them alone.
Was this the same doll you had to? It was like on display, and you had to like ask permission to look at it and stuff. Or was
no, that was doll? Robert the doll down in Florida Keys. Okay,
gotcha.
Don't talk about him. He doesn't like to be talked about. But here is an update on this. A comedian becomes new guardian of haunted Annabelle doll.
Oh, really?
Why are people signing up to get involved with this?
They want to be involved. They want to get involved with these things.
They're going to end up dead.
So, the doll, along with Ed and Lorraine Warren's home and museum, has been acquired by comedian Matt Rife.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with comedian Matt Rife. I'm going to talk to Sam about this guy on Tuesday and see if he knows this guy. And tell Sam, I'm going to tell him, Sam, if you're friends with Matt, tell him he's probably going to die soon. Okay? The Notorious Doll, which was featured in some of the most recent films, the Conjuring series, was acquired by the Warrens, two of the most famous paranormal investigators in history, back in the 1970s. The story goes that it was originally gifted to a student nurse who was later told by a medium that it was possessed by the spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle. Before long, it was rumored that the doll had exhibited malicious behavior, ultimately leading to the Warrens taking possession of it and keeping it on display at their museum. While it might seem, so the doll made headlines again recently when Dave Rivera, who had been traveling around the U.S. with it as part of the Devils on the Run tours, died suddenly in his hotel room. While this might seem to have been a great end for Annabelle, reports have since emerged that the doll has been acquired alongside the Warrens Museum by stand-up comedian Matt Rife and YouTuber Elton Casti for an undisclosed sum. Well, how much do you think they had to spend really on that to get that?
I'll give you $10,000.
Oh. Seems pretty low. Just for the house itself. Property prices are going up, but who knows?
I heard Trump bid more than that.
Oh, yeah. What do you think Trump gave? Probably
1.3 trillion.
That's a lot of money. He really went hard with that one. Okay. So Rife noted that the building is one of the most important and prominent pieces of paranormal history in the world. Ed and Lorraine Warren took demonology, ghost hunting, and paranormal investigation and made them mainstream, he said. The Conjuring films are my favorite scary movies of all time, so I'm incredibly honored to have taken over one of the most prominent properties in paranormal history. Rife now plans to reopen the museum to the public and allow overnight stays. I still can't believe we're the new owners, Cassie wrote. Sitting on the porch now looking at all the photos of them in the house, we're going to make this the best paranormal investigation location on the planet. Okay, well, good luck, guys. Okay?
Okay.
Well, if they don't hire the Ghost Bros, I don't believe a thing he says.
Yeah, I agree. Ghost Bros got to be the first paranormal investigators to be there. They will give you the lowdown. They'll do it in comedic and fun ways.
So anytime two or more bros see something at the same time, it's gotta be a fact.
Yep.
Oh, hell, yes, this place is haunted. What you talking about?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Why aren't those
snap.
Why aren't those guys still on TV?
I think they are. They're on satellite somewhere. They're like on satellite TV somewhere. So,
Ghost Bros.
I think they are. I don't know. I got to look them up. I got to post some more clips of those guys. They're awesome. Yeah, but I like I said, I would stay away from this stuff.
Yeah, why are people willingly now? I could see someone saying, "Hey, we're going to put together a museum of oddities, and what traditionally that was called a cabinet of curiosities and things." I could see them doing that, but this guy saying, "I'm gonna take this thing. I'm gonna go make this like the centerpiece of my paranormal investigation, center." Like this guy's going to end up dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These guys are not going to last very long.
You're dead already.
Yeah, pretty much. You're signing yourself up for a world of hurt and or a curse, because it's not just death. Sometimes people who, I know these, according to this article, I have purchased this property to allow additional paranormal investigations. So they might hold some sort of respect for the topic and or artifacts in this collection. But inevitably, you're going to get some investigators, you're going to get some people over there, they're going to say something demeaning, they're going to say something disrespectful, and that might fall back upon Matt Rife and his friend, in which they might get injured or hurt, or their careers might take a severe downward turn. So I don't see a real big upside into owning this stuff.
What's the positive here? I don't see it.
I got to blow my nose real quick.
You've been talking about dolls too much.
Sorry, guys. I had to blow my nose. I had to.
Dolls getting in your nose, messing you up.
And tickling my nose over here. It's happening, people. But yeah, because I know Matt Rife. I know his name. I've been seeing it more and more. Like he's on like a big uptick when it comes to comedy careers, and to take on this, it seems like a potential liability. Just focus on your comedy. Focus on getting out in those clubs and making people happy.
Says he's from Columbus.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Have him bring the doll out to your house.
No, he's not coming anywhere near my property.
Have him bring the doll to your house and aim it at all the mirrors in your house.
I've never seen this guy once around town. And I've been out there banging, baby, getting it done. I've never seen this guy at comedy shows. I've done stand-up open mics around here. How old is he? Can you look out how old that guy is?
29, turns 30 next month.
He turns 30. Okay, so he's a little younger than me. Okay.
Yeah, he's like a year younger than you.
Back when I was out there.
I know you're celebrating your 31st birthday this fall.
Yeah, back when I was out there getting things done, he probably wouldn't have been around. So, okay. Well, good for him. He's Hollywood now, so.
He is.
Hollywood. He's not going to hang around the Columbus comedy scene. There's not much going on here.
Where's he building this or opening this facility?
Well, I mean, he bought the property, Ed and Lorraine's property, so...
Isn't that in upstate New York somewhere?
I don't,
am I getting that one mixed up with another one?
I'm going to see if it says here. Connecticut. It's in Connecticut. But there's like a full clip of Matt Rife talking about this. Let's see this fresh face.
It's the same house as the Amityville house, right? Or am I mixing?
No, it's a different house. I think it's a totally different house.
All right.
Let's see here. So here's Matt Rife talking about it. Let's see how funny he is.
Mike with the jokes, funny guy.
Here we go.
Random but incredible announcement. I have just bought the Ed and Lorraine Warren's Home and Occult Museum with my very good friend Elton Castay.
Ooh.
If you guys have ever seen any of the Conjuring films, the Annabelle films, or even Amityville Horror,
see, okay.
This is the home that inspired all of those
stuff.
This might be the most important and prominent piece of paranormal history in the world. Ed and Lorraine Warren are who took demonology and ghost hunting and paranormal investigation and made it mainstream. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't know what any of this means whatsoever, but if you follow ghost stuff, this is about as big as it gets. So what does this all mean? It means that Elton Castay and myself are the owners of the physical Ed and Lorraine Warren's home and occult museum.
Holy crap, look at this.
We are the legal guardians and caretakers of all 750 haunted artifacts and items in the Warren Museum, including the Annabelle doll. I must go on record and say we do not legally own the items, but we are the legal guardians and caretakers of the items for at least the next 5 years. And what this means for you guys is you are going to soon be able to book a night or a weekend and stay at the Warrens' house and investigate the house and the history
I think
of
I'm gonna
the
put a
house,
rocket up through
as
there.
well as the museum and all the artifacts inside of it. This is the most random hobby ever, but it's so fucking cool, man. I should probably collect stamps or something. Might be a little safer. But yeah, we own the house, and we are very excited for you guys to see it. Stay tuned.
All right, you're going to die.
I'm only interested in going to that place if I can visit with the Ghost Bros.
Lifeline in the chat said he's young and very good looking. That is correct. He's a fresh young face, very handsome. He looks built. Honestly, like as for comedians, comedians are either like kind of like, this back in my day, they were slobs, they were drug addicts, they were skinny, or they had some sort of.
I'm just thinking of Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, like a lot of comedians. But this Matt Rife guy, he looks like he's cute and he's built good. And like you don't want that in a comedian. Like there's something like this is kind of off-putting when there is like a comedian that's too physically together. It's like you got everything going for you. Like I can't take what you're saying serious.
He's built good.
He is. He's cute though. Built good. And so yeah.
I will say he is, and this is a something that you see in a lot of younger people in their 20s and younger. They have creepily, almost transparently white teeth.
Yes,
because of all the whitening they've been doing.
Built good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, people. Well, I'm going to do one more story, then I'm going to pass it over to.
Did you want to do drawbridge of donations today? I did get all the Joe donations.
You did? Okay. Yeah. Then let's go ahead and do that and thank some people over there. Yeah, we should do that. Big time. So let me go ahead and get the drums ready. Here we go. Let me lower the drawbridge. Here we go. Start walking across this thing. It's not even down on the ground yet, but I'm walking on it. I'm going to slap the donkey of destiny right there. Let me fire a shotgun real quick. There we go. Okay.
To wake up things?
Yes. Let me smack some windows right here. There we go. Start cracking down on windows. Hey, there's Bogey, my dog, Mr. Mustache. Poor Bogey. And let's pop a little Hot Pocket in the microwave for everyone.
It's delicious.
Yeah, we turn it on. There's the sheep right there. Oh, the chicken of courage. All right. And I'm going to allow people. Do you want to hear the Drawbridge of Donation song country style or Soundgarden style? Country style?
If we wait 40 seconds, we'll hear what the chat has to say.
Or Soundgarden style. I will say the Soundgarden style is quite annoying. It's actually a little bit more annoying than the country version. But I'll play the Soundgarden style. We'll just we'll do this.
If it's annoying, then wouldn't you play the country version?
They're both annoying, Cratchit.
Oh,
they're both very annoying. The Cave of Honor, people. Come on.
Let us thank the PayPal people. Yes, people.
Come on, let's thank some people.
The Otterburn Organization, DBA, Wise Wolf Gold and Silver Exchange. Wow! Gold like gold bloom. And we have beautiful train wreck, big time donation there. Train wreck. Alan Stino, man. Oh, yes. Timothy Taylor. Oh, man, I love Tool Time.
Yeah, come on.
Continuing to post the OBDM classics, Mike. Some of my favorite shows of all time came from your Patreon treasure chest. Oh yeah.
A lot of Chris Cornell screaming, people. Sorry, but it's just the way it happens.
Now we have to thank some new Asian people. Richard City Audio. Natalie Stovall, Ryan Sanchez, Dogapreneur, Emma Greg, Charles Cole, Trail Humdra, yeah! Chris Knoll, Blake, yeah! Ryan Sweeten, Matthew K, Dave Sarah, yeah!
Come on.
Hassler and Hader, Nicholas Wilson, Catherine Dempsey, yeah! Nicholas Van Camp, Ryan, Devon, Cheetah, yeah! Wolf, Jenya Yakumova Sermon, Wishy, yeah! Carlos, Christian, Happy Fool, Anthony Ionis. Naked Puzzle Basement, Ilya.
Just be more people.
Stan from Alaska, yeah. Thank you for all your support.
It just kind of screams for like the next half minute right there. It really is kind of ridiculous. So there you go. And I'm going to read some names. This came in from Boogie for Joe's support. Read these manually here with my mouth. So we have direct donations for Joe. We got 3 stands. We got Mr. Hyde. We got Hazmat. We got Gits coming in there. Jabroni, Jigs, Boogie, DH5049. We got Herman. We got Tone the Bone, Farmer Matt, Rim Jam, Duck Lamp, Short Fuse, Tom Shimabukuro. So thank you, Tom Shimabukuro, for coming in big to support Joe. Do I got his name over here that we can just say it?
Tom Shimabukuro.
Yes. And we're also thanking the Ozark Trailblazer. We have an anonymous giver. Thank you for that. And then we have We Can Buy Any Cars, any. So thank you. We Can Buy Any Cars. We have another anonymous giver. We have Wire Guy 82. Then another anonymous giver. We have Alter Rain, Bitter Pulp. We have Arthur Diamond Hands, The White Rabbit. We have Vanden. 2 more anonymous givers coming in big there. And we also have Lou Grubb, Abraham, Turd Hole. We have NDR Superstar. We have RS Harmful coming in. Thank you. We have Kilsay, Tony R, Kimbo, Alexander H, J, Mailbox Head. Got Manuel. We got Cratchit coming in big time. We have Lace Demonaw. We also have John Smith, another anonymous giver, Mystery Man of Arizona, and Matt Thank you all for contributing to OBDM, Joe, everything there. Thank you guys so very much. Let me go ahead and lock this. Close the garage door. We'll get out of the Cave of Honor. Grab yourself a hot dog. Start some laundry. And just make sure you lock it up before you go. Thank you. Thank you. Big time, people. Big time. All right, Christian, where do we go? What do we do? Where do we go now? Where do we go?
I mean, where we go? I do have this that I've been working on. It's not great, not super pleased with it, but I'm wondering if we bring this up on screen, it will encourage a faster return.
Oh, I see this. Okay, so this is kind of a Joe bat symbol, but I think we gotta get some spiky hair on there.
Well, the photo I was working with, he had when he had his head shaved.
Yeah. Okay. This is close. The Joe bat symbol. We're getting very close. We just need to add some spiky hair on there, and I think we'll have something magical. That's damn close. Okay. Getting very close. Well, we can let's do some wacky news. What do you say? Let's do some wacky news. Here we go. We're gonna get this done.
I want you to take me someplace where I can find some drugs and some women.
Let me bring this up. Let's start with a follow-up story.
Okay, great.
We like follow-up news.
I love follow-up news.
This one was quite popular because we did competing versions of songs about this story a few weeks ago.
Oh, it's got to be a follow-up to the Radioactive Hornets.
It is. It's the I'm Mad as a Hornet.
Mad as a Hornet, Radioactive Wasps. There's a follow-up.
Mine was Where Did the Wasps Go? And yours was I'm Mad as a Hornet.
Yeah.
So this is a follow-up saying that they've kind of discovered some of these other places too, and now they're really wondering what's going on.
Now, there's a video attached to this.
Ooh, I did not vet.
And I can dare to be stupid.
Well,
I'm going to dare to be stupid.
It's legit, but we'll see. Yeah, it is about this thing.
Tonight, we're learning more details about the radioactive wasp nests seen in the state. The nests were first sighted in July. Now there are reports of 4 nests. Our Cameron Lime spoke with different experts and leaders from the Savannah River nuclear site about the possibility of the wasp spreading. Cam?
Yeah, that's right, Claire. And while these nests and insects may seem scary, experts say they hold a little threat to us humans.
I don't know about this.
4 wasp nests have tested positively for traces of nuclear waste.
I guess what comes to mind is Chernobyl. There's certainly wildlife living in that area, and have they, probably living in the contaminated area as well.
The first nest was found in July and terminated. 1 month later, 4 nests have been found, increasing fears that the wasps may be spreading.
I'm not sure it's spreading. I think
I'm upset by this.
Maybe they hadn't tested before, and they're seeing
they're spreading
nests that are radioactive.
According to Dr. Nye, these insects were able to access radioactive waste from the soil around the facility or through a small leak.
Either there is radioactive contaminants in the soil that the wasps have access to, or they have somehow obtained access to the storage casks where this material is.
Doesn't sound like you have a lot of
Experts
answers.
say there's little chance of new nests like these being made away from the facility.
Once, let's say the wasps move from that area, they're going to have to make their nest out of radioactive material. So once they move out of that area, the wasp is not...
No one respects you.
It's not increasing the radioactivity. Yeah, if you've got a radioactive site, you're going to have some radioactive animals. But the chances of it harming us are
some sort of super
really
animals.
low.
Yeah.
According to Jenkins, the only way for these bugs to harm us is by ingesting them.
But basically,
bullshit.
you have to eat it.
That's what they want you to
to have it incorporated into you. Yeah, just just being close to it is not going to do anything, or even not going to transmit it.
Now, I reached out to the Savannah River nuclear site, and officials tell me the nests do not pose a health risk to workers, the community, or the environment. They tell me they're fully committed to protecting all people nearby.
I don't believe them.
For you, Cameron.
And first it was like one nest, now there's 4. They keep telling us there's nothing to worry about. I don't believe them. It doesn't sound like they don't know anything. The only way.
How long until we have reports of giant radioactive wasps coming out of the woods and taking people?
Well, and they said in the report the only way you can get hurt by these things if you eat them. And I don't know if I believe it. What if you get stung by them?
Mm-hmm. Well, and wasps, I don't know if you've ever dealt with them, but wasps are very aggressive, very territorial.
Yeah.
And they will come after you and continue to come after you until you kill them all. So.
Yes, they are relentless. We deal with them all the time around this house. They are annoying and very troublesome. And to my knowledge, ours are not radioactive. Of course, I don't have a Geiger counter, so I don't know.
Oh, so you could be full of all sorts of radiation.
I could be teeming with radiation and not even know it. Glowing.
In an effort to gain some sort of superpowers.
Yeah. Well, that's a troubling story. Very terrifying. But we must move on. Here we go.
Go ahead, skin it.
Oh, let's see here. We're going to go with this one. This one came up in the chat, and I've seen several people post on the chat. Sorry, in the Discord. I've seen several people post it, but the one I saw post first anyway, and if I missed it, someone else did it. But credit to White Rabbit for sharing this story. It's summer, which means it's time for some absolutely ridiculous food crossovers.
Oh.
This one is a terrible idea all the way around, and anyone involved with it should be fired out of a cannon.
Okay.
Or made to live with radioactive wasps from South Carolina.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Heinz and Smoothie King unveil bizarre ketchup smoothie and they're hit with backlash over dirty drink. I fear these are the end times.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
That is a crazy headline. But I don't know.
This headline says it all.
Heinz and Smoothie King have teamed up to create a tomato ketchup smoothie, and consumers are confused by the concoction. I don't blame them. I'm a little confused too. This is weird. I don't like ketchup, and I'm not the only one. Barack Obama and we both don't like ketchup.
He said specifically he doesn't want it on his hot dogs.
Oh, that's true.
Hot dogs are reserved for walnut sauce.
Oh, well, maybe he will drink the smoothie. So the blood red beverage, which hit select stores on Wednesday, blends Sobert strawberries. What am I mispronouncing here, Cratchit?
Acai sorbet.
Sorbet. Well, in Ohio, we call it Sobert. Raspberries, apple juice, and Heinz signature ketchup to create a sweet tart taste. Social media users reacted in shock to the announcement, with some saying they were sickened by the idea. Quote,
I like the shock.
They're shocked and horrified at this announcement. One person quoted as saying, I fear these are the end times, one critic quipped beneath the Instagram post. Yeah.
Man, that does not taste too good.
I can't imagine it would.
We need to get one of these to Alex so he could try one on.
Another person stated, I want everyone involved in handcuffs. Quote, this has to be one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen in my entire existence as a human being on this planet we call Earth. Anyone who consumes this should be jailed. Others insist that it must be April Fool's prank being played in August. But the drink is no joke. The smoothie will be available for $5.70 for a limited time while supplies last at Smoothie King locations across 5 markets: Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, and Miami, and parts of greater New York area and northern New Jersey. Lori Primavera, Vice President of Research and Development and Product Marketing of Smoothie King, said that the smoothie is a result of months of meticulous research and development, testing, and tasting. This is just one of those goofy trends. We have two different brands coming together for an unholy hybrid in order to gain some sort of traction online, some sort of viral moment. We had this, we cover these combinations. Didn't Oreo do this with some cracker? And they'll usually have like a limited run online in which I can never order any of these things. And, some of them I would like to try. This I do not want to try. This looks awful.
Oh, after they're doing this one, then they're going to do the mustard flavored smoothie.
And this is the new game in town where you release something that is controversial, that causes, it's not just controversial. You want a dialogue on your Instagram or social media feed that is negative. That is like people are upset by this kind of thing. And so they'll post about it. And so it drives the algorithm. They don't care if it's good or bad. They just want to drive the algorithm in order to promote a product. And they're promoting Heinz pretty much and Smoothie King. And the same thing happened with the Great Gene stuff. They're just promoting controversy. These are average products. There's nothing special about these things. Quote, we landed on the sweet, savory blend to celebrate the tomato in all its glory, she shared. While many were grossed out by the prospect of the drink, others were eager to try it out. I could see this. You put a little alcohol in there, and you got a brand new Bloody Mary kind of situation going on here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly lean into this and make it a hard smoothie or something. And
hard smoothie.
But I don't know. I think people are turned off by two things on it. One, the idea of some sort of ketchup drink, which just seems weird. And of course, since we're kids, we've been told ketchup is a fruit, not a vegetable. Not ketchup, sorry, tomatoes are a fruit, not a vegetable. But then also the color. It is bright, ridiculously bright red. It's just weird.
It doesn't look good.
This stuff sucks.
It might be. Let's see here. Someone quipped out, I require this expeditiously. And another person chimed in, the moment I've been waiting for. Probably bot accounts. As always, our commitment to nutritious ingredients and our clean blends promise remains at the heart of every recipe. And this bold new blend is no exception. Underscoring Smoothie Kings.
Awake Jake in the chat says, this does sound pretty good. Now, I'm not sure if he's referring to, because Face to the Screen has been really leaning into the Bloody Mary smoothie that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Awake Jake is referencing that or this, just the straight up ketchup smoothie, but I'd like to hear back anyone who's tried this.
What is actually happening here?
Similarly, Heinz employs 7 tomato masters, the world's top ketchup experts, to make sure that the tomatoes are of high quality. Those tomato masters, those tomatoes are then bottled into Heinz Simply Ketchup, which is made with 7 real ingredients and no artificial covers, flavors, or sweeteners or preservatives, people. So Heinz and their ketchup and tomato masters ensure quality. Masters of tomatoes.
Tomato Master would be an interesting title to have.
It's not a bad one.
What do you do? I'm a tomato master.
I'm a tomato master. Well, we're going to move on because this is disgusting.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, let's see. Have we done any AI stories on that? I don't think we've done any AI stories today.
No, we haven't.
Do you want to keep that one? You want to keep this?
No, we
going?
can. They just released ChatGPT 5 overnight, and I gotta say, it's a little snappy. It's not bad.
So here's a guy a politician in England coming up with a novel idea. He said, well, I don't have time to take phone calls and emails and everything from all of my constituents, but I can have an AI chatbot do that work for me.
I'm upset by this.
And so he has it on his website, and they have there is video here of the BBC talking to the AI chatbot.
Oh, good. MP becomes first to create himself as an AI bot.
Okay.
Yes, with chatbot encounters becoming increasingly more commonplace in our daily lives, one MP has become the first UK politician to create an AI version of himself to interact with constituents. I wonder how many people out there are using this for like dirty talk, you know? To get their jollies going, you know?
And I love it when politicians talk dirty to me.
Well, I mean, that's not far off. I mean, these politicians, have we read, they can be some sick puppies.
So you think maybe if he trained it from his own...
his email exchanges.
Yeah,
like,
all his email, text messages, phone calls, then it would really get dirty real quick.
Yeah, it might. But Labor's Mark Seward has worked alongside a startup AI firm to create a visual representation of himself using voice and allowing people to ask for help with local issues or policy queries. It's basically, like, for people just listening to him, they created like a Pixar version of him.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his
his avatar
version of him. Yeah,
it looks awful.
I mean, look at that face.
Why not one that looks like him? I mean, you can do photorealistic versions of these.
Yeah. The West Yorkshire representative says it will help strengthen the connection between an MP's office and the constituents we serve. But some are questioning whether the step creates further disconnect between politicians and the public. Yes, it will. When it comes to the general public and how they speak about politicians, the trust in them gets worse and worse, says Dr. Susan Oman, a senior lecturer in data, AI, and society. Where can we try this out at? I want to try this out right now.
I will check, but if you scroll down, there's a video of the BBC talking to him. I will look.
Oh, good. I have some questions for this asshole.
How dare you, sir?
I'm going to see what he thinks about a lot of stuff.
I'm Mark Seward's Labour MP for Leeds South West and Morley. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello, Mark. I'm James from BBC Look North. I just wondered about how ethical having a AI MP was.
Hello, James. Thank you for your question. The use of AI in politics can raise important ethical considerations, including transparency, accountability, and representation.
You piece of shit!
Well, I wonder, is this a way of you not speaking to some of your constituents?
I can assure you that my aim is to enhance communication, not replace it. This AI platform allows for quick access to information and assistance.
But let's talk about politics. How well has the Labour government done on its first year in power?
I'm not able to provide an evaluation on the Labour government's performance in its first year.
That's a Hitler quote.
Noted.
This is weird, isn't it?
Why can't provide? What? So what can it really do then? Dr. Oman from the University of Sheffield says that the growing use of AI within the public sector has created several issues, particularly for older generations. Quote, they may not realize they're chatting with a bot and often think that they're chatting with a real person. Yes, because most people I look like you chat with look like Pixar people. Maybe. Or maybe these old people just aren't wearing their glasses, so they can't tell the difference.
If my glasses are thick enough.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to say, and I did get the link to this in Carrot Shop for you if you want to go try it out.
Yes.
I do want to say kudos to the BBC on this one to just be like, you know what, we're going to connect to this and put a mic in front of it and just talk to it and see what happens.
I'm going to try this out, people.
You may. I don't know if you have to sign up for it.
I'm going to sign up. I'll use one of my throwaway email accounts. I'm going to ask it to do some dirty stuff.
Are you ghostbro7@gmail.com?
Send a code to me right now. Okay, I gotta log in.
It's probably just to stop spam and bots, but
yeah, probably. I'm trying to spam it right now. I gotta verify.
I tried signing up with the email address of USA #1 at what the hell? Why won't it do it?
All right, I'm gonna chat with Mark right now.
All right.
So it's loading up right now.
Hi, I'm AI Mark Seward's Labour MP for Leeds Southwest and Morley. How can I help you today?
Well, let's see here. Where do I type? Oh,
Great question. You're chatting with me here right now. If you prefer to email the team, you can send your message to Mark's office and we'll pass it along. May I ask your name, and would you like to leave a message or share your contact details for the team to respond?
No, I have questions for you. My name is Midnight Mike, and what do you think about UFOs?
Nice to meet you, Midnight Mike. On UFOs, that's not a topic I have a formal policy position on in my role here. I'm focused on issues affecting Leeds Southwest and Morley, like local services, transport, schools, and safety. If you'd like, I can pass your input to Mark's team to capture constituents' views for policy consideration. Would you like me to know
Scotland and Bonnybridge?
Nice. I can pass along Scott-specific concerns to Mark's team. Before I do, could you
can hear
confirm your name?
Oh, crap.
It can hear you. Yeah, so anytime you talk, Cratchit, it can hear you. So ask the question, Cratchit.
Hey, Mark, what are your thoughts on the Scots claiming to be the most visited UFO site in the UK?
I can pass along constituent input to Mark's team, but I don't have a position on UFO-related sites or claims. If you'd like, I can record your question for the team. What are Mark's thoughts on Scotland's Bonnybridge being claimed as the most visited UFO site in the UK? Do you want me to pass that along with any local angle you'd like to add about Leeds Southwest and Morley? Also, what contact details should I include if they need to reach you?
Well, you can pass along that stuff to Mark, please. And if you want to, tell Mark's team to contact mike.3@hotmail.com.
Thanks, Midnight Mike. I'll pass along your question to Mark's team. Mark's thoughts on Scotland's Bonnybridge being claimed as the most visited UFO site in the UK, and any local angle for Leeds Southwest and Morley. A couple of quick notes. I can't pass personal contact details in unverified form. If you'd like the team to reach you, please confirm how you'd prefer they contact you, e.g. via email at a formal address you provide here or by phone. Do you want me to include any specific local angle from Leeds Southwest and Morley, e.g. questions about local tourism, policing or community interest in unusual sightings when I pass this along? If you'd like to share a preferred contact method, I'll add it and pass the request straight to Mark's team.
No, that's it, Mark. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for getting in touch, Midnight Mike. I've noted your input about UFOs and Bonnybridge, and we'll pass it to Mark's team. If you change your mind about a follow-up or want to share more local concerns for Leeds Southwest and Morley, you can email the team anytime. Have a good day.
Just let Mark know that we fully support him, and we know he hasn't done anything bad to anybody.
Thank you for the message of support. I've noted your note of endorsement for Mark Sewards and your belief that he's acted in the community's best interests. If you'd like to share any specific local issues or ideas you want passed to his team, I'm happy to relay them. And if you'd prefer to speak directly, you can email the team with any details.
No thanks, bye. Okay, there we go. There was it was picking up our microphones. There's no typing going on there, so that's where we're at now, people.
I do want to say that just that general, it was very responsive.
It wasn't bad. The
ones that I've dealt with, where you call in your customer service line, or whatever, and they're migrating to those the AI voice chatbots. There's always that 10-second pause where it's like, we can't address your billing concerns with this, whatever. So
yeah, I didn't ask anything salacious. I didn't want Interpol coming after me, people. Okay.
I would like to know, as a follow-up, is there a possibility for Leeds and Morley to overtake Bonnybridge as the most visited UFO site in the UK?
Oh, yeah. And now I should have looked at the chat. Face to the screen said, ask about the stabbings on the tram. I didn't even bring that for the gangs. We should act. That's a local issue. But I don't know exactly where Mark is located. So
Leeds and Morley.
I don't know where that means. Nothing to me. I have no idea where that's at. But yeah, interesting. But yet troubling too. So let's move on, Cratchit. Let's see what other stories you got over there for people.
Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
He is 237 miles from Bonnybridge. So if he left now, he could be there. He could be there tonight.
He could. He could drive
on some information.
Be there in 3 hours.
You drive fast.
Yeah, I do.
Let's go with this one. This is a local story from a few weeks ago. A few days ago, sorry. On occasion, you get these stories about somebody who's committing a crime by tricking people, by pretending to be somebody he's not. And this is a very short story, but he just had a unique approach to the acts he was involved in, which is I'm surprised, honestly, that enough people fell for this.
Doctor convicted of practicing medicine without a license for home genital exams.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Well, it is good to see doctors doing at-home visits, but without a license and just doing exclusive genital exams you're really pigeonholing yourself. A man was found guilty of practicing medicine without a license for luring men to his apartment to perform ultrasounds on their genitals. Rudolph Sewards was convicted Tuesday after a bench trial. That doesn't sound good. According to complaints, Saunders told the men he needed to complete a certain number of ultrasounds for their training program. What was his training program?
Handling, I'm guessing.
The medical board said that this wasn't true. Saunders allegedly performed the ultrasounds in his bedroom apartment with no supervision. Okay.
Come to my apartment. Let's go into the bedroom, and I'm going to do some ultrasounds on your genitals.
Here, put this mask on.
Yeah.
In April, Saunders was acquitted of sexual imposition and voyeurism charges in connection to the case. So he sounds like he's doing okay. So
no. So they initially acquitted him specifically on sexual imposition, but they convicted him on ball handling.
Let's see if there's like a local doctor report here.
I threw another link in the carrot shop if you want more information.
Yeah, I do. I want more information. I don't feel
he's
like
out of Cincinnati, so he's pretty close to you. So if he comes to your house asking to do home medical exams, just say no.
Door-to-door doctor. Maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, this is a pretty messed up case. Who went along with this? That's the thing.
Apparently, multiple people.
A lot of people thought this is a pretty good deal.
Is it that easy? Just hang a shingle outside your door that says free ultrasound genital exams?
A local doctor has been suspended from practicing medicine after being accused of luring men to his apartment to illegally perform ultrasounds on their genitals. The Ohio Medical Board suspended Dr. Rudell Saunders earlier this month. Complaints say that Saunders lured 5 men to his apartment after falsely telling them that he needed to do ultrasounds for a training program. He is accused of performing ultrasounds in his bedroom with no supervision and also recording the exams without the men's knowledge. The board could decide to permanently revoke his license, but he has not been criminally charged.
The Cincinnati.
So he did have a license.
He apparently his license had expired. Whatever it was, I don't know. But this, at which point, when you go to a doctor's office and it's actually his apartment, and then he says, "Let's go into the bedroom." At which point do you stop?
But okay, so I see a doctor who operates out of a storage facility. And it's kind of weird, but it's not a doctor's office. It's literally the same place where you can rent a U-Haul. They have a storage facility there, and that's where my doctor's at. And it does seem weird on the surface of it, but he seems to be a pretty good doctor. I think he's from this country. I don't know.
Well, and you know you're safe because he has lots of cameras around.
Yeah.
So you know that everything's being recorded, so there's no concerns there.
Yeah. Let's see here. Saunders, 44, chose to have a non-jury trial, which took place in July. 2 men who met Saunders through the running group, I guess there was a running group, testified that he convinced them on various dates in 2022 to come to his North Side apartment for what they believe would be heart scans. Okay. One of the men testified that he was interested in the ultrasound because his family history shows problems with heart conditions. So, okay.
Skip down to the paragraph that starts with Saunders also stood trial.
Oh, Saunders also stood trial in April on misdemeanor charges, including voyeurism, although he was acquitted of that. The exams were video recorded by a camera focused on Saunders' bed. At the trial, one of the men testified that Saunders had the man who was wearing only shorts lay on his back on his bed with a towel covering his midsection. The man held Saunders' cell phone in one hand, which showed the ultrasound images. After checking the man's heart and neck, Saunders told the man that the last part of the exam would involve the man's testicles. In the video, which was played in court, the man could be heard saying, "What?" Yeah, for a heart exam, you're going pretty far there.
What?
I was shocked when he said that, the man testified. It all just happened really fast. I didn't know what to do. Well, did you show him your testicles?
Did you do it?
Did you do that? Saunders' license to practice medicine was revoked in 2023 because of the allegations. Okay. And the article stops there.
So he didn't get convicted of sexual imposition, but did get convicted of continuing to practice medicine without a license and rubbing men's balls.
Yeah. It's
for science.
Frowned upon, definitely, in the medical profession. All right, one more story, Cratchit.
All right.
Is it a story on adults in China using pacifiers? Because I've been sent that story multiple times.
No, I did see that one. That's ignoring that one. I have the WNBA stories, and I have all sorts of things. We're going to go with this one because it's from the Netherlands, and it's one of those amusing things that happens. It's another crime story. Student was upset with his university professors and decided he'd go in and try to get restitution by waving a sword around. Didn't go well.
Student who threatened staff with samurai sword sentenced to 120 days in prison. Oh, okay.
That's some good news on that front.
It's not too long.
He'll be out soon to threaten again.
Yeah. A 24-year-old student at the Hague University of Applied Sciences was sentenced Tuesday to 120 days in prison following his arrest in May for threatening staff members with a samurai sword. The court ruled that while the student was in a psychiatric state triggered by cannabis during the May 8th incident,
I don't believe that, by the way.
He was still partly responsible for his actions. So, they're blaming pot and weed on his snap. No, this guy was just angry and had a samurai sword.
Because it's impossible to get marijuana in the Netherlands, first of all. We know that's true. Oh, wait a minute.
It's
also, this is, and we've seen this a number of times in the last, I don't know, maybe year to two, where as marijuana becomes more common and more, I was going to say legal, it's not legal, decriminalized. So you can get it pretty much anywhere. There's more of these stories that come out, and they blame that as if that's causing these things. I don't think it's true.
This guy really wanted to wave a samurai sword around and threaten people. That's what he wanted to do. And by the way, I would say that pot would mellow you out and maybe not want to make you to wave a samurai sword in front of people. So this guy really wanted to do it.
We have an update from Herman in Holland right now. He says there are many samurai living in The Hague. So,
okay. Well, the student identified as DD caused panic on May 8th when he entered a school building wielding a samurai sword. At the time, about 2,000 people were present. He threatened employees on his way to meet with the dean, forcing one staff member to hide under a desk. Security guards initially escorted DD to a secure room, but he broke into the staff office and waved the sword above his head. Ha-ha, just like Highlander. This is crazy.
I like how the fact that security guards put him in a secure space, but they left the sword with him.
within like reaching distance.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna be back. Just your sword's over here if you need it.
Police arrived quickly and fired a taser 3 times with no immediate effects because he's all hyped up on pot, because we know like when you smoke pot, you become invincible. Bullshit. Something else is going on here. After the 4th shock, DD collapsed and was subdued with pepper spray, just for good measure. He was already on the ground. They just sprayed him for good measure.
Yeah, just sprayed him for fun. Rubbed in his eyes. And then let's do an ultrasound on his balls.
And so, so they haul him off to court, and let's see here.
Well, no, he tried to use the excuse that he blacked out, and the judge was not having it. The judge said he should have known better than to use cannabis while he was aware it could cause this type of behavior.
I've got to have some marijuana.
I don't believe any of that.
No more marijuana for you. So in court, Didi said he had no memory of the event, describing it as a big black hole caused by a psychosis linked to his cannabis usage. Oh.
I cannot remember.
No, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt the not remembering what he was doing, but the psychosis side of things, no.
His defense lawyer argued that he was not responsible due to his mental state. Oh, okay.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm really crazy.
Yes. The judge.
How many clips of Maude do you have?
I got a lot.
Maybe I am crazy.
The judge rejected this and said Didi should have known better than to use cannabis while aware that it could affect his behavior. Well, he had to use marijuana. It helps him. You know, he needs the real pot.
I need some marijuana.
Maybe he was the dean's drug dealer and he was there to collect.
Oh, maybe.
I had the real pot. The real pot. I had it, but after 3 days of fighting with my husband and no sleep and taking abuse from my next-door neighbor, my husband took it away from me just 20 minutes ago.
That's when you grab your samurai sword. And you
Got that sword.
Grab that samurai sword and let your husband know what's going on.
Went to see the dean.
So the judge rejected his excuse. And let's see here. It says he should know that cannabis could affect his behavior. Of the 120-day sentence, 35 days are suspended. Didi had already served 85 days.
Holy crap, he's out. He's out already. He's out buying swords and getting hopped up on goofballs.
The court also ordered him to undergo treatment and drug testing. He must pay 1,000 euros in damage to the threatened staff members and 15,000 euros to the university. The university has provided trauma counseling for witnesses affected by the incident. Okay.
Hey, Herman, find out what happened to this dude's sword.
Yes.
That's a legendary sword now. It's like sword's like a +5 sword.
Yeah, it's got some experience with it.
Yeah, to anybody who wields that sword instantly succumbs to the effects of cannabis, and you have +5 strike, and then like +15 resist electrical shock.
I was going to say awesome. it took 4 shots to get him down. So the first 3 just bounce right off. Those tasers do nothing.
It's pretty much like a rune sword at this time. Like it is, it's probably has like etching on it, and it's probably got like a chaotic neutral alignment. I would say intelligence probably 14, probably a level 15 sword.
This dean needs to have the sword above his desk, like on the wall behind him, for anyone who meets with him.
Yes. Like instead of like a paddle, you have a sword behind you.
Sword and a picture of this guy in handcuffs. Be like, yeah, that guy. Pull your crap on me. That's impressive. 4 tasers and the first 3 kept coming.
It looks like there's an update. This guy is running for office now. So okay, it's like he's gonna run for office. So.
Or at least an AI version of it.
If you want to interact with the sword wielding student, there's an AI avatar of him. You can ask him questions.
Well, we can get that Joe signal up and see if he get him to come back next week. Computer's unbroke.
I suspect it's going to be about 2 more weeks for Joe. 2 more weeks. I would say, let's just say October. Right when Halloween starts coming around.
Wait, October? 2 weeks? What calendar are you looking at?
Well, 2 weeks to September, right? Pretty much.
It's still August.
All right.
Is that a yes?
It might be a no. Okay, let's say mid-September. September 11th.
Oh.
Yes.
It's a momentous day. Is that a show day?
I don't know.
No, it's a Thursday. September 10th?
September 10th. The day we should have warned everyone, but chose not to.
The day that Rumsfeld came out and talked about The Pentagon failing their audit.
The trillions and trillions missing. Yes. It's a drop in the bucket. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out for this Saturday show. We'll be back on Wednesday. And thank you everyone for donating to the show. I'm sorry for the very annoying song. I try to go through many different iterations. It's tough to write a good song to thank people, but we'll do better next time. Until then, we will see everyone in the Cave of Honor. There's hot dogs there. There's a night pickle there. There's my 1992 Plymouth Laser. So take good care of it. Thank you.
Is there any ketchup smoothies in there?
Not yet. I can add some. If people want those, we could add those into the Cave of Honor.
Some room temperature melted ketchup smoothies?
Oh, my God. We'll add those. Those will be in there soon.
Ugh.
Well, until next time. Thank you, Cratchit. Thank you, everyone. Shablagoo.
And keep watching the skis because there's sword-wielding maniacs out there who are all hopped up on marijuana.
Throw it all.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
That's about all.
Shablagoo.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Until next week. Nanu. Nanu.
What's going on here?